good evening, good Saturday evening. I'm Carrie and welcome to my cozy kitchen. Now I know it's been a minute, okay? And I apologize for that and I'll tell you why for that. But what I'm gonna do tonight is what I'm calling my meal prep, okay? And I'm gonna prep for a week. Now, I'm not going to do all that on camera, okay? But I am prepping for a week and maybe a little bit longer. And if you hear any rumbling in the background, y'all, it is storming here, okay? So all I can do is pray that the lights stay on, okay, while I have my food in the oven. All right, so let's get started on some of this meal prep. All right, guys, what I'm doing, I've started working, okay? I used to work. And you probably don't know that for the last 7.5 months, I have not worked. All right. And that was by choice. I am working again. And even though my husband does cook, yeah. So I decided what I will try to do on Saturdays is a meal prep. So right now, I've already put 2 beef roast in the oven. I am braising those, okay? I know you've seen that a couple of times with different kinds of meat. I seared them, the vegetables and all of that. I put them in my Dutch oven, and those 2 beef roast are in the oven. Now, one of them we will have tomorrow and Monday. The second one, with half of that gravy, I'm gonna freeze it. Now, if you've been watching me, I've told you before that I'm not one to freeze food, but I've found myself in the past several months freezing food because I had been cooking more, okay? And so since I'm gonna use this food later in the week, to be safe, I'm gonna freeze it. So like I said, we'll have our beef pot roast tomorrow and Monday. And what I'm going to share with you here, I have some country style ribs. I've done those before too, but I'm cooking them, so I want to share that with you. And I'm also making some meatballs. Now I don't know if I'm going to make the marinara sauce tonight. I'm not sure, but I'm going to make up some meatballs. I'm going to cook them, okay, and then we're going to put them in the oven and let them cook. I'll let them cool down, and I will put them in a bag and put them in the freezer, and we'll probably have those Tuesday. Now, as far as the vegetables are concerned, like tomorrow I'm going to make some fresh string beans, and I'm probably going to share that with you, and some candy yams, okay, tomorrow to go with our pot roast. And then my husband, during the week, he can open up a can of something, okay? He knows how to fix rice, and he can open up some canned vegetables, or he can steam a cabbage, you know, whatever. That's simple. I just want to get the meat out of the way, okay? So let's turn down here. I'm going to put on some gloves because, like I said, if you've been watching me, you know why I'm about to put on some gloves. Still having issues with my hands, y'all. And they finally took some biopsies, so hopefully soon I will know what is wrong with my hands and they will be able to clear them up, okay? So in the meantime, I'm going to put on some gloves. All right, now I want you to see here, and I don't want to be touching stuff with my gloves, y'all, okay? This is my country style ribs. Now, of course, we would prefer to have slab of ribs, which actually we're going to have next weekend for Memorial Day. But the country style ribs are much cheaper, much more inexpensive, okay? So that's what I have here. Now I have 3 small packs. 2 of them came with 4 of them in them, 1 of them came with 5. But they were $4 and something a pack. Now you compare that, so that's about round about $13. Compare that to a slab of ribs, okay? A slab of ribs today can cost you close to or right at $30, y'all. Yes, okay? So I'm gonna cook these, like I said, and let them cool down. I'm gonna freeze them, okay? Let's see. I've rinsed these really, really well. So what I'm gonna do now is just season them up. These are very easy to make. I'm going to put these in a 350 degree oven. This is about empty here. Got another one, put it in the oven, and these are probably gonna have to cook a couple of hours, but I'll let you know because I want them to get very tender. And most of the time what I do is season one side of the meat and then just rub it all over. Because ribs really, they don't need a whole lot. This pork does not need a whole lot of seasoning, okay? It's gonna look like I'm putting a lot because I'm only gonna put it on one side. And just rub it in. All right, these are going to be simple because we are going to once they get done, I'm going to put some barbecue sauce on them. Yes, and I'm going to cover them at first, okay, for them to cook. And once they are done, I will drain off whatever juice is on them because I don't want them swimming in juice. Okay, I'm going to put a barbecue sauce on them. Then I'm going to leave the cover off and let them cook with the barbecue sauce. All right, now I'm gonna show y'all something. I've been using this garlic now for a while, yes, and I have control of it. See, it didn't come with a top that has the holes in it. Okay, this is how it came, and that's fine for me. My husband was in the kitchen, y'all, for the last week. He put holes in the top of the, look at that, y'all. Look at, see what I'm talking about. So I'm gonna take control of my kitchen back. All right, yes. Like I said, I haven't worked in it was exactly 7.5 months. Y'all know I love garlic. This is garlic, granulated garlic, okay? After working on my job for many years, okay, I just got tired. I work in the medical field. Just gonna put a little bit of this Lawry's, y'all, a little bit. And I don't know if I put this on there. I think I did, some onion powder. I don't know. Ain't gonna hurt nothing, okay? I think that's it, y'all. Okay, just simple ingredients, nothing major. Now we're just gonna take them and we're gonna rub the seasoning in, because like I say, I don't like a whole lot of seasoning on my pork ribs. I just don't. I want the barbecue sauce to talk on these ribs, okay? You don't want them to be bland, but you don't want, I don't want mine to be over seasoned either. But yeah, I work in the medical field. I worked through the COVID crisis and I got tired. I got really tired. My mind got tired. My body got tired. My spirit got tired. So I just decided one day, well, I had been talking to my husband about it, doing it, you know, a little bit later, but I got tired. I told my husband, today is the day. So I left there, spent time home just trying to get my head together, okay, and get some rest. I did that. It was time to go back to work, so I found another job. Thank God for that. It wasn't that hard to find it either, y'all. So I'm back. I think I'm gonna like this job, but you know, I'm not gonna be able to do as much at home. So I'll be doing these crash cooks here. Okay, so now we got all that seasoning on. Only thing I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna rinse my gloves off, y'all. I'm gonna rinse them off since I have to touch things. Just like I would rinse my hands. Trying to keep my hands out of a lot of water. Okay, so only thing I'm gonna do now is cut up some onion and some garlic. I have a piece of garlic here left from those roasts that I put in the oven. And they still have a couple of hours to go. My roast is gonna cook those beef roasts, since I have 2 of them in there. Well, I would let one cook for 3 hours. So I'm gonna let them cook for a good 3 hours. Check them if they need longer. They weren't huge, so. Right now I'm cutting up some garlic. I love garlic, y'all know that. Fresh garlic, love it, love it. Got another piece here. And the only other thing I'm gonna put on here is some onion. Now you can put bell pepper, all of that, but I got bell pepper in my pot roast. I'm also gonna put it in my meatballs. So on this, I'm just using onions. And see, now all we're gonna have to do next week is my husband can pull them out in the morning and let them thaw out and just heat it up. How about that? Yes. And that way, when I get home, I'll have my dinner. Now, he did cook for me last week. And he's pretty good. He is. I just have to go behind and clean up. That's not fun, y'all. Okay. Okay, so this is my onion. I'm just gonna cut it up just like this, okay? Y'all have seen me do this. And I think I'm just gonna do half of this onion here. This half that I have in my hand. I think this is all I need in here. Now you can season yours up any way you want. Maybe you think that I didn't put enough of the seasoning on, and that's fine. Okay, y'all. So I'm gonna wrap this up in some aluminum foil. That's simple. Okay, I'm gonna wrap it up, aluminum foil, put it in the oven. I'm gonna let them cook. I might check them around an hour and a half, okay, to see if they're done. If not, I know they're gonna go the 2 hours. And now we're gonna get started on those meatballs, okay? I'll be right back. All right, I'm back, y'all. Yes, we're about to make some meatballs, some simple meatballs that I will freeze, and we will add to a marinara sauce when we get ready to eat it, okay? Eat them. So what I have here, what I'm using today, I'm using some ground chuck, okay? And look at this, y'all. $8. This is the small pack, okay? The small pack. So what I've done is I'm adding to that, which I would probably do anyway, I'm adding to that some pork sausages. Now I'm not going to use this whole thing. I'm going to use about half of this with this whole package of ground chuck, okay? I'm going to go ahead and put it in, and then I'm going to change my gloves. These are going to be good meatballs, y'all. And these don't cook long. You don't cook these long, okay? I'm going to let these cook in the oven for about 15 minutes because they're going to go in marinara sauce when we get ready to eat them. All right? So we're not going to cook them long. In fact, I may lose half of them tonight. But these will be good in the middle of the week. Some spaghetti. And really, you don't have to make the marinara sauce. You can, let me get something to get that out of there. You could buy marinara sauce in a jar. I've said that before to you all. You can buy marinara sauce in a jar. But it is very easy to make, okay? This is pork sausages, and this here looks like it's seasoned. Sometimes I get the one that's not seasoned. They did not have that. They only had this one. And this package of pork was $4.81, so close to $5, okay? Trying to get about half of this in here. Stretch it out, y'all. We gotta stretch it. Yes. Okay. So I'm just gonna go ahead on and add my seasonings. It's basically the same thing you just saw me. Oh, let me change my gloves. Not yet. Okay, I have some Lorry's. I'm gonna put that in there. I have some black pepper. Okay. I have some garlic, granulated garlic, y'all. Okay. I have some onion powder. Adobo, all-purpose. And I'm just going to put a smidgen of salt. Okay. Just a little bit. Okay. Now I'm going to change my gloves, y'all. And we're going to get in here and we're going to mix this up. Now let me tell you what I have here. To also go in these meatballs, I have here in this bowl, I have cut up some onion. And you, of course, use as much as you want. And I cut those onions up really, really fine. I have some red bell pepper and some green bell pepper. And again, you use as much as you want. I just use a little piece of each, okay? I'm going to go ahead on and put that. Oh, you know what I didn't get, y'all? OMG, my garlic, y'all. Gotta have my fresh garlic. So let me get some of that and cut it up in here. Gotta have that. Meant to do it before I came to you all. Let's get rid of this. Get some garlic. And my garlic, I've had it a while, so I have to pick through it. My husband went out and bought this huge container of garlic, and it's been a while now. So some of it is good and some of it is not. So I just have to open it and look at it. Okay. And just take your garlic. Can y'all see me? And just bam it. That helps get that peeling off of it. Okay. Helps get the peeling off. This one here looks pretty good. Okay. So we're going to take this here and we're going to cut this up really small. Really small. It's Saturday evening here. I think the date is the 21st. The weather is really ugly out there. How is it where you all are? Although by the time you see this video, I'm going to try to get it up tonight. Because I want to come on and do my vegetables tomorrow. Okay, so got pretty much all of that cut up. I want mine really small. But you don't want to bite down on big pieces of anything, okay? Let's see if I can get another piece. Y'all know I like this stuff here. I don't like that one. Doesn't look good. This one here looks okay. Okay, a little bit more in here. And then I'll be satisfied. I'm also going to do a dessert tomorrow that I'm going to share. I've done it before. It's bread pudding. I've done it before, but my husband's favorite dessert of all. I know I say that a lot, but it's really his favorite. So I try to cook it often. All right, so now all we need to do is mix this up. You can use a fork, or if you have clean hands, you can use your hands, okay? Of course, it mixes better if you're using your hands. And you know, I always tell you all, do not over mix your meat. You want to get everything combined, of course, so do just enough of that to get it combined. But don't over mix it because it will become tough. The meat will become tough. Okay? And I put the pork in here not only to stretch it, y'all, because of course I'm stretching it, but also to give it this hamburger meat more flavor and a little bit more fat in it. Okay, so that they're not dry. Now, I'm trying to get this pork mixed in here without overdoing it. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is make these meatballs up. And you all have seen me do that before, too. And in case you have not. All right. I'm going to grab my pan here. Hopefully, it's big enough. let's see what I want to do. I don't want to. Okay. And then we're just going to take and make up our meatballs. Make them as big or as small as you want. All right. And you just take it, put it in your hand, gently. And that's a little big there, but that's okay. That is all right. Because I'm going to get plenty here. In fact, I may have more than I have space in this pan. I'll just put them in something else. Big meatballs, y'all. 2 of these should fill you up, right? You would think. But the good part about it is we only have to heat up as many as we're going to eat for that day. Okay, so I'm just going to continue to put these together. Okay, just gently roll them in your hand. You don't have to do a whole lot of patting and all of that. You don't want to toughen your meat. Gently roll them, okay. Those beautiful vegetables in there. I'm going to do one more and then I'm going to finish them up off camera, and I'm going to come back right before I put them in the oven, okay? I'm going to cook these the same temperature because I'm putting them in the same oven with my country style ribs on 350, okay? 350. I will be right back. All right, I have made up these meatballs. I have 12 here and I have 6 here, so I have 18 meatballs, y'all. That might be 2 meals, okay? Or at least 1 meal and some leftovers. I'm going to put these in the oven. I think I am going to cover them for half the cooking time. Take it off now. If you want to, you could put these in a frying pan and brown them first, okay? I don't do that because it's not going to matter, because at some point they're going in marinara sauce, okay? So I'm not doing all that. I'm going to take and cook them in the oven for about 15 minutes, and that is going to be it. I'm going to start off with the cover, like I said, and then pull it off halfway through. I'll be back to show them. All right, y'all, I'm back. I have those meatballs, and I did let them cook a total of 20 minutes. What I did was I put them in the oven on bake, and then for the last couple of minutes, just to get a little color on them. Don't really have to, okay? I put them on broil just for a couple of minutes, and they're done. These back here are a little bit smaller, but that's all good as well. And I also wanted to show you my beef roast that I fixed. It is done. It has been in the oven for 3 hours. Look at that, y'all. Tender as butter. I have 2 of them in here. So I'm going to let them cool down. And I'm going to take one and half of this gravy. I'm going to put one in a bag, and I'm going to put the gravy in another bag and put it in the freezer. The other one tomorrow. What I like to do with my beef roast, especially when I cook it in advance, a day before, while it's cold tomorrow, I will take and slice it and then heat it sliced in the gravy. OMG. You talk about tender and good. Yes. So now all I'm waiting for are my country style ribs, and when they're out of the oven and ready for the barbecue sauce, I'll be back. All right, these country style ribs are out of the oven. They were in there for just about 2 hours. Okay, they are done pretty much, y'all. I have here some barbecue sauce, nothing special. I just took and added some mustard to it. I always add mustard, okay? And what I'm using, y'all, Sweet Baby Ray's. Yes, yes, that is our favorite for now, okay? So I just took and put some mustard in here, and I'm gonna lather these as well as I can. You know what, y'all? I meant to pour that juice off, but it's not much juice in the bottom, and I'll show you that. It's not much there at all. Let me see if I can get some of it off. Let me see without dumping them. I'm gonna see if I can get some of the juice off. All right, I took some of that juice off the bottom. It wasn't much. There's not much left. Okay, it just barely wets the bottom of the pan. Okay, I just don't want a lot of juice because you don't want it to take and interfere with your sauce. Okay, so we're just gonna put this sauce all over. And don't be afraid to get it on there, y'all. Yes. Now the slab, when I fix ribs in a slab, I don't put as much sauce on them. But these here, yeah. Yes. And we're going to try to get it all over them. Okay, I'm just putting a lot on them at first, and then we'll take and brush them. Yes. Let's get it all over. All right, so now these I'm going to put back into the oven for about 15 minutes, y'all, without a cover. I just took the aluminum foil off. They cooked with aluminum foil. Put them back in there for about 15 minutes and let this sauce bake in. And then they'll be done. Okay, and this will be my third meat for next week. Done. Yes. All right. Now just take your brush. Make sure you covered it well. Just take your brush and brush it. Okay. Get it on the sides. See, that's why I don't want a lot of juice in here. I don't want it to interfere with this. Let's get you down in here. Yes. Trying to get in between them. Okay. All right. These are going back in, y'all. And as soon as they come out, I'll be back to show them to you. All right, these ribs are done. Look at those ribs. Beautiful, y'all. Yes. So now, I am ready for the week. I have my meats for the week. Tomorrow, I'm going to cook some vegetables. Probably going to do some baby limas. I'm coming around to you all. Probably gonna do some baby limas. I'm gonna take that and some fresh string beans. The baby limas will take us a couple of days, okay? And some candied yams, okay? And some rice, of course, and cornbread. So thank you for joining me for my meal prep. I'll have a few videos out this week. Okay, I'm going to tape tomorrow. I'm going to take my dessert like I told you earlier, okay? So look forward to those and watch those, please. Please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you have not, okay? And I will see you real soon. Have a good night.